Hello! Congratulations for signing up for this masterclass. How to stop pushing women away and how to start attracting the women that you really want to date and have a chance at long-term happiness with. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Tamara at True Connection, your dating coach. I'm so excited to help you. And today we're going to go over some life-changing information. I'm really excited for you to learn these things. We're going to go over 8 mistakes you might be making in the pre-dating, first date, second date process, and then 8 more mistakes you might be making in the post-first date process. So really getting to know somebody, getting excited about getting to know someone, and getting closer to someone so that you really have an amazing dating experience and you end up with someone that's good for you, inspires you, respects you, and loves you. So congratulations on being here. This is step 1 towards getting the love you want and the love that you deserve. It started mistake number 1. This is the biggest mistake I see with everyone in my life, everyone I've ever talked to, every client, all my male friends. Not approaching people. You've got to go up and talk to people, and the excuse I hear from everyone is, I'm going to seem like a creeper. Women don't like that anymore. Well, it depends. There's a mom with 2 young kids going through the grocery store. She looks frustrated. She looks in a hurry. That is not the time to approach a woman. You are right. However, women love being approached, even if you get rejected. They're too busy. They don't acknowledge you. You have made their day. You have given them a huge ego boost. You came up to them and you had the courage to approach them. Very few men, like I mentioned, have the courage to do that anymore. But guess what? The more you practice, the more you approach, the more your chances go up. And a lot of people say to me, I'm so tired of online dating. I really want to meet someone the old-fashioned way. What's the old-fashioned way? You approaching a woman, talking to someone, making conversation, and this can be done anywhere. I had a friend of mine meet her guy. She recognized him from online, but they actually met in person at the gas station. I met someone in a Costco line. You just never know where you're going to meet someone special. And maybe it's not your future spouse, your future long-term partner, but every person you date gets you closer to the one because you learn more about yourself, what you want, what you need, and you're getting that practice at conversation and flirting and receiving rejection. And a pivotal part of rejection is over time, you will adopt a philosophy of and realization that it's not personal when you're rejected. They're too busy. They just got out of a relationship. They're not in the mind space yet to receive someone new into their life. They're not ready to love. There's so many reasons. They're too busy. They just started a new course. They just got a new job. There's a million reasons that you might be coming along at the wrong time in their lives, or you might not be the right type for them. Like a lot of people on apps, there's a traveling mode on a lot of apps that will say, I'm in your area for the weekend. I'm in your, well, okay, a woman that's looking for love doesn't want to talk to someone that's in their area for a weekend or in their area once every few months or in their area half a year. They want to meet someone to love and share their life with. And that's what you want to, or you wouldn't be here. So women are going to just make rejections based on just fundamental basics. Do we live close enough together? Do we want the same things? Are we in the same space of our life children-wise or spiritually? There's just a lot of things that people want to consider at our age, right, when they're choosing a mate. So over time, you will realize that rejection is not about you. It's about situations, details, basics, timing, things like that. So the great thing about me going through this with you is that I'm on the dating apps right now. I'm going through dating myself. I'm going through all this with you. I practice what I preach. And as a woman, that's not always easy, right? Me going out and approaching people, me going out and being social and approaching people, but going out by myself. As an introvert and as a woman, that's very difficult for me to do that. But if I'm going to ask you to do it, I'm going to do it So I'm not somebody that's been married for 20 years and is remembering 2 decades ago to how it was when I was dating. I'm going through this with you. I've got 2 decades of research into love and relationships and dating. I've got 8 years into my business helping male and female clients build the love that they want and discover what's getting in their way. So you are in good hands. Mistake number 2. Being closed. And I am guilty of this too. So when you are out, you want to have an open vibe, because some women will be brave enough to approach you, and you love that, don't you? Isn't that sexy when a woman comes up to you and wants to make conversation? And maybe she's just making conversation, but maybe she's interested in you, and that's why she's approached you. The scary thing about women approaching a man, and probably this way for you too, is that you don't have a ring on, but that doesn't mean you're not taken, and that also doesn't mean you're not married. A lot of men don't wear rings for various reasons, some being careers. And so a woman just doesn't know. I mean, someone that's really honorable like myself is never, under any circumstances, going to approach someone they know is in a relationship or they know is married. So you've got to let the woman off the hook and kind of put in there somehow that you're single, or you're cooking dinner for yourself, or just somehow make that part of the conversation that you're available, so that that puts her at ease, and it also gives her the opening to say if she's single or not too. So when you're out, try to have an open vibe. You need to have an open energy so a woman can approach you. You have more opportunities to make eye contact then, and people are going to return that eye contact. I know when I walk into a place and my energy is intentionally open, that everyone's making eye contact with me and I'm getting smiles back because my energy is positive, I'm lit up, I'm open, and people can see that I'm willing to receive conversation or questions, or even in the grocery store, anywhere. I'm out shopping, I'm out running errands, and that makes me available to people. If I forget though, I've got my head down, I'm on task, I'm focused, and nobody is talking to me. Nobody's making eye contact with me and focused. So here's my tip. Before you go into any store, you run any errand, I want you to sit in your car and consciously tell yourself, okay, deep breath, open energy. I'm going to make conversation with the clerk or someone that's assisting me, or I ask maybe another customer that I find attractive for help in finding something in the store. I'm going to practice just making conversation in general, because then when I do discover someone of interest, I am more confident and brave about just making idle chit chat. So you will have to do that with every errand if you're like me and you tend to be really focused, or maybe you're introverted, or maybe you just have a shortage of time that day. You never know when and where your person might be there. Number 3, and this is true if you are online dating or in-person dating, I want you to give people a chance. So I know we all have our imaginary list, and maybe even some of you have been bold enough to write a handwritten list of really what you want in a woman. And I'm guessing that your list of deal breakers and things that you need aren't necessarily needs, they're wants. And so I want you to be open to talking to different kinds of people. You might not have dated in 5 years, 10 years, 25 years. I need to tell you that your list of what you wanted at 25 is much different than what you need and want. Now, you're just at a different place in life. You're not thinking about how many kids do I want to have. You have other practical matters to consider, your career, and you're looking, ahead at retirement. Where at 25, you weren't thinking about retirement or how you wanted to spend those leisure years with just your spouse, or where your children might go to college, or how you want to balance career and family and home and all those sorts of things. You are at a different place in life now. So please throw out that 20-year-old, 25-year-old list of what you want and need in a partner, and consider different kinds of people and different lifestyles and different professions, different appearances. Please, 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 please don't be shallow at our age, because, and I know people are doing it back to you. So I know that's your objection right now. You're saying, but they're doing it to me. I know they are. But I don't want that for you, because if you do it also, you are severely lowering your chances of meeting your person, lowering your chances of finding happiness, that lifelong partner, true love. You don't know what true love, commitment, trust, and respect looks like in an appearance, right? Of course we could draw out our dream person on paper. What are the odds of that actually happening though? It's a dream to find someone that can love you back, and receive that love back from you. That's what you really want. That's not in a specific appearance or package. They don't have to be passionate about mountain biking like you are. They don't have to be in the same profession or love golf or have the same number of kids. I mean, you might find that these limiting beliefs that you've assigned yourself when you first started dating again after your breakup really are truly limiting and discouraging any type of matches. If you've gotten online and you're not getting any matches or any returns or any, messages back, this could be why. And what's the harm of getting out there, just talking on the telephone with somebody that you're interested in, going up and talking to someone? Accept blind dates. Oh my gosh, please accept blind dates. Why not? Set up coffee, go out for a drink. This does not have to be, let's go out to dinner and spend 3 hours together. Just tell your friends, I would love to do this. If you're okay that this might not work out, then we're all on the same page and I would love to do it. Just go. You need the practice. It will build your confidence, and you need to be challenged on what you want and what you need, right? Yeah, I want you to be wide open to who might really be good for you. Number 4 is put yourself out there. So you're going to have to challenge yourself to get out there. You are used to being alone, lonely, navigating your family pattern, but now you have time to yourself. You have all this open time. How are you going to spend it? You want love, but you also want to open your world up to all these different opportunities. So volunteer. It could be something that you do on a weekly basis with your church. It could be just spring cleanup in your community. It could be painting signs for your village or your town, or volunteering for band camp at your child's school, or picking things up or delivering things. It's getting on a committee. Or maybe it's something that you just do one weekend, one time, or for 6 months or 1 year. You join a small group at church. It could look like anything, guys. Join a singles group. Get on different Facebook groups. Challenge yourself to just go out there. Like I was saying with the blind dates, just go out and do it, because maybe you two hit a friendship and then they say, oh, my best friend's looking for someone, I think you'd be a really good match for her. Or you just have a good time. You go out and enjoy each other. And later, if you have a job interview and that person is sitting across the table from you, you have this really positive rapport and you're not getting yourself into any sticky situations. So be open, connect, be open to different ways of meeting people can get you out there. Like I said, when you're open, you have your open vibe. So whenever you go out into these volunteer opportunities or these new groups, or you get on Facebook, you've got to have that open energy on before you start, so that you can bring new people into your world. And this is new friends too, guys. You're rebuilding your life. You get to create the life that you want. And we get into this a lot more in my Dating to Connection VIP program, because there's a lot bigger, more momentous changes that we can't get into in this masterclass. But if you join my program, you are going to feel a huge transformation that will take you to love, a higher visibility and power at work, more connected in your relationships, your community, your family. All the relationships in your life will blossom because you are coming into yourself. Practicing conversation is going to be really important at this stage too, because whether you're volunteering, you're on a first date, you're chatting on the telephone, you're chatting online, you are going to want to be able to make just pleasant, idle conversation. So you're talking about what you're doing, or where you're at in the checkout line, or what you're looking for, how things are going, or the weather. And what I want you to do to be able to practice this conversation is make conversation with people wherever you are. right? So that's not threatening to talk to the cashier. They're really relieved that somebody actually wants to speak with them, make eye contact, and have some laughs during that really, what can be a long day for somebody in that type of position. Thank the greeter at the store. Talk to the person at the gas station. Make a joke with somebody in the Costco line. That gets you braver. And for those of us that are shy and introverted, that gets you out of your shell, right? I used to be really shy, and we're going to talk about this more in the VIP program too. How to build that confidence, how to come out of that, how to talk yourself through it, and how to progressively get more and more bold, because you are a great person. People just don't know it if you're keeping it all in. You've got to put yourself out there. So let me encourage you and build you up in the VIP program. But in the meantime, you can build a lot of confidence on your own through just chatting with anybody, people at work at the water cooler, when you're transitioning shifts, or you're coming and going, or you're on a committee. Make conversation with people as you're walking out of the conference room. Ask about people's children, just different types of conversation and different types of environments. And then you can Google too. And of course, I have a blog about this, about intriguing conversation starters. What are some fun things to talk about? What do you love to do on a Sunday morning when you don't have any plans? What's your dream vacation? What's the favorite thing you loved about raising your kids? What's your favorite holiday? Really easy to answer questions. They're not heavy, they're lighthearted, but they're intriguing, and it's going to catch your person off guard that you're chatting with, because you are interesting, you're engaging, and you actually care, because you not only asked me that intriguing question, but you listened. And now, hopefully, I've responded to and asked you how you feel, what your opinion is, or what your favorite memory is, and then I get to learn more about you. You know what's really sexy? Knowing what you want in a relationship. Now, you're going to get asked this online a lot more quickly than if you met someone in person. You might not get asked this if you are on a first date, second date, maybe a third date. Someone will ask you this if you met in person. Online, a lot of women are going to ask you right away before you even get on a phone call, let alone a date. And you're also going to have to indicate this on your online profile, what type of relationship you want. Some of them say casual, or marriage, or long-term relationship, or unsure, don't know. Make sure you choose the one that really truly reflects what you want in a relationship right now, because women are going to base their decision on whether or not to date you based on that one little check mark, that one little indicator. So make sure you're honest. And if you don't know, maybe explain why you don't know in your description that you write in the online profile. Because someone that's after a long-term relationship or love or commitment is never going to choose someone that says, I don't know, because that means you're not ready, which means why should I go out with you until you're ready? When someone asks you in person on a date and you're face-to-face and they say, what are you looking for in a relationship? Be honest if you don't know. Say, well, I'm really excited about having a long-term relationship with someone when I meet the right person. I'm really looking forward to having, my lifelong partner when I meet her. But in the meantime, I'm happy by myself, and, I'm just looking forward to moving along till we meet each other, and excited to see what happens. You can leave it open. Don't be afraid to say you're looking for commitment. Don't be afraid to say you're looking for long-term. I know you're tempted maybe to check, I don't know what I want in a relationship, because you want to keep the women away that are looking for marriage, right? They're in a desperate situation, and so they're looking for marriage. They're looking for someone to pay their bills. They're looking for someone that just has a house, car. It checks like Maslow's hierarchy of needs base level criteria. Okay, so what I would recommend is that you know what you want. You tell the truth, you're honest, because you, after you go through my VIP Dating to Connection program, will be able to spot the red flags. You will not have to code what you are really looking for, because you are going to be smart enough to decode her. You're going to be able to read those red flags, respect those red flags. You're going to be able to see her intentions. I'm going to teach you all that, because right now you might be marking, I don't know what I want in a relationship, to keep those women at bay. Well, guess what? You're also keep the women at bay that want love, commitment, a long-term relationship just like you want, because they're not going to choose you if you say, I don't know what I want. They're going to assume that you're way back in the grieving process. You're still hurt. You're still trapped in the negativity of your breakup. They're going to assume that you have a lot of growing to do, or you want to play the field. You just want to enjoy yourself. Maybe you've been doing that for a couple years, and that's why you're ready for love now. There's so many reasons women that are really in it for the right reasons, have pure intentions, are not going to choose you. So I'm going to teach you in the Dating to Connection program how to decode the women so that you can honor yourself and your intentions and truly put yourself out there and attract the woman that you deserve. Okay, number 7, withholding information. Make sure that you're honest. Know right now, because you haven't been through my program yet, you're still maybe not trusting your own judgment because you've made mistakes in the past. You've dated women that were wrong for you. You let those red flags go. You let a bad relationship go on too long. You got taken advantage of or cheated on. We're not going to let that happen anymore. So be honest right off the get-go. Tell the truth about your circumstances, your job, your career, your children, your visitation, what your hopes and dreams are. Do you want to live in Florida half the time, in Alaska half the time? You want to live on the lake on the weekends and then live in town during the week? I mean, you have lots of hopes and dreams and plans now. At least I hope your brain is going there. The beauty of this part of your life is that you get to create the life you want all over again. This is an unexpected gift, and hopefully you have gotten to that magical day where you say, oh, I'm so glad all these bad things happened to me because I'm in a really good place. I've grown a lot, I've learned a lot, and I'm the best version of me. And the only thing in your way is all these hesitations and maybe mistakes you're making and your subconscious patterns creeping in from your past. And I'm going to teach you in the VIP program how to date consciously so that you are not dating the wrong women for too long. You are not attracting the wrong women, and you're not dragging your childhood and your past into your new love life. Okay? We're going to eliminate all those barriers so that you can get to the love that you want so much quicker, and it's going to save you months, if not years of time. And how much money is months and years of time of dates that you did not need to be on, did not want to be on with the wrong women? Okay, number 8, bad profile pictures. If you're online dating, which I recommend everybody try. Yes, you need to try it just to see what it feels like. But if you're discouraged and you've tried it already, it's probably because of bad profile pictures. You have 1 second, guys, 1 second. 1 second for a woman to look at you and swipe right or left, just like you are doing to them. If they have a terrible picture up there, or there's bad background, things in the background of that photo, you are going to swipe left, aren't you? Yes, you've been doing it too. So make sure you profile pictures, and we'll go into the detail later, but here's some tips right off to get you started. You need to look at the background of your pictures. You need to be smiling, and you need to have a variety on there. So if you're going to have sunglasses or a hat on, that's okay in one picture, but only one. If you're holding a dead animal, only one. And it can't be your profile picture. Women overall generally might like it that you hunt and fish and other things, but that shouldn't be your profile picture. That's not your identity, right? They want to see you because likely they're not going to be hunting and fishing with you, and they need to see in your pictures that there's room in your life for them. Are you making room in your life for them? If all your pictures are mountain biking, hunting, fishing, and all your pictures have glasses and hats on, no one's going to swipe right on that. They can't see your eyes. They're not engaging. They're very limiting because those are all solo sports. Not that a woman couldn't go fishing or mountain biking with you. But if that's a passion of yours, you're going to want to explain in your description that this is a hobby, or this is a 6-day-a-week practice. This is something you like to do once in a while, or every time you travel, you like to do this hobby. So that's really another fun element that you can incorporate into your description, but make sure your profile pictures look like you have time for a woman in your life. They need to feel welcome and like you have time to dedicate to a relationship. You ready for the second 8? Now you've met someone you like, so don't let these 8 mistakes push a woman that you like away. You found her, you like her. So far, she's intriguing, engaging, attractive. You have good chemistry. So let's keep her there so you can continue getting to know her. Now remember, the goal of the first date is to simply decide, do I want a second date? Not if she's going to be a great mother to your children. Do I want to marry her, live with her, go to Cabo with her? It's just simply to decide, do I want a second date? Your second date and your third date is to decide, do I want another date? So I know you're nervous. Dating's nerve-wracking, right? So I have done some blogs and YouTube videos about how to calm your nerves, right? I gave you like 17 ideas of how to calm down so that I can appeal to your personality and what your preferences are. So take a look at those and make sure that you can be you on a date. Being yourself really just means you have your guard down, your energy is open, and you're ready to make that conversation. So all those things we already talked about, but you are calm and centered enough. You're sure of who you are and what you have to offer. And we'll go over that in the VIP program because a lot of you are having this struggle right now because you're not sure what you have to offer. You've not had any positive affirmation about what you have to offer as a man, as a human being to a relationship in years, and you're just not sure what you bring to the table. Just like you're not sure exactly maybe what your wants and needs are in a woman until after you start dating and really getting to know women in depth, and slowly those things are revealed to you. So I help you get down to the bottom of that in the Dating to Connection program because that can be a huge part of your transformation as a person on this new life journey. Be a gentleman. Be a gentleman. Women love that, and that feels good to you too, doesn't it? Be the man, the provider, the protector. And when you're a gentleman, the woman feels safe and secure, and she really needs that. If a woman doesn't feel safe with you, it's done, it's over. You cannot prove that to her. When the date's over, she's going to get out of there as quickly as possible, and you're not going to see her again. You've got to establish safety and security on date number 1. Plus, it's really charming, romantic, and sexy when a man is a gentleman. Women love that. They eat it up. It feels good to you. So just go ahead and do it. Now, not all women are used to this anymore, right? Their ex-husband, their previous partner might not have been a gentleman to them. So they might step forward and open the door for themselves. They might not let you step in and be a gentleman until they realize that you are. So give them that chance to let you be a gentleman. Show them that you are so that they can let their guard down and allow you to be the gentleman on the date. They're going to love that. So open the door, help them on with their coat, give them your coat if it's cold outside and you're walking out to the car. Make sure you drive separately to the date, right? You've picked a safe date location. You drive separately. Do not even ask, can I drive you? You could say something like, I know a couple decades ago I would have asked to come pick you up, and I know that's not a secure feeling for you, so we'll just meet there. But just so you know, normally under normal circumstances and in the future, I would be coming to pick you up. That's lovely to say. Never actually do it. Number 1, if anything goes wrong at her house later, or something goes wrong, goes missing, something happens, you don't want to be possibly accused of that. Number 2, if a woman asks you to come pick her up, I want you to say no, because that's a red flag. Why doesn't she have any boundaries? That's a red flag. And you don't want any possible confusion, and you don't want the date to evolve into something that feels unsafe accidentally. So just remove all that right out of the gate. We don't want any confusion. We don't want any misunderstandings. You meet at the place, at the restaurant, at the coffee shop. Being a gentleman also provides you the opportunity to show your masculine energy. So make sure that you have really gotten some perspective when you get to the date, so that you know that you plan to be a gentleman. You're going to be the leader on the date. You're going to be the man on the date, and then you won't get friend-zoned. Make sure when you are on a date that you don't bring in your baggage from past relationships. So on the first few dates, unless she asks you, don't talk about your ex, don't talk about what's wrong, what went wrong, what made you so angry, upset, about your past relationships. Don't talk about other women, other relationships. Just don't do it. You want to be open, be a gentleman, be conversational, have a good time, be flirtatious and playful. No heavy stuff. Okay, so you do want to make sure you check your baggage at the door if you're still carrying it. That's something that you need to work through, and we can talk a little bit more about that in the VIP program, but you definitely don't want baggage on your dates ever. But make sure in those first few dates you don't talk about your ex or past relationships unless she specifically asks you. If she asks you, which she might, you know, what went wrong? Just have like a 1 or 2 sentence answer prepared. You don't have to get into it. You don't need to get into detail. So just say, you know, it was a really rough breakup, and now that it's been a couple years, I feel really good about being on my own, and, you know, we get along just fine, and, you know, we have everything worked out with the kids. How are you? Tell me about your day, and change the subject. So you've answered the question, but not gotten into any depth, not talked about it at length, and you're not getting into the negative stuff. You can do that later, and actually it's really important to talk about later, but maybe date 5, 6, 8. Yeah, make sure that you guys are starting to connect before you get into that old stuff. Make sure that you are walking in as you, because something that can throw your date off is she will be able to sense if you're not secure and confident in who you are, where you stand. I don't want you to feel like you have to become something that you're not to please the woman. That will make her feel unsafe, unsettled, and just like insecure about who you are as a man. And when she feels unsettled, and she might not even put this together consciously, she's not going to go out with you again. She wants to know that you're confident in where you stand. You guys can totally disagree on things. You don't need to get into a big debate, but say, gosh, I've never tried that. Or really, that's not my thing. I think that's so cool that you would do that. Just say, not my thing. I haven't tried that. That's not my cup of tea. I don't care for that at all, but, you know, I'll cheer you on if you want to jump out of a plane. Whatever it is, laugh it off, but convey who you are, convey your opinions. You have strength in your opinion. That makes a woman feel safe. It gives the impression you're being honest. She feels secure with you, and you are really letting her get to know you. You're not being a people pleaser. You're not being wishy-washy. You're being true to yourself, and that is really attractive. Now, you might, after you decide you like someone, go, whoa, I'm scared now. And this is probably subconscious, right? I'm scared. I really like her. What if this? What if? I get hurt again. She cheats on me. She doesn't like me back. You've got to just roll with it. If you close off, and you've probably learned this mistake already. If you shut down, you close off, you push her away, you stop calling her, you don't return messages, or you do not text her and pursue her, you've pushed her away. And she could have been your partner or someone that you really could have connected with. So be really careful when you start to get scared. Watch your behavior, because your thoughts manifest into actions and behaviors that can really kill your chances. So really monitor your feelings. Deal with your feelings. Don't sabotage your new relationship. Manage the feelings. And we will talk about that more in Dating to Connection too. How to get through those moments, because the whole idea of the program is to attract women that you really want, that are good for you, that are healthy and strong and ready for love like you are. And so I'm going to help you realize what you are doing to push these women away on a subconscious level. I'm going to bring you to your conscious level so that you are keeping the women in your life that are really, truly good for you and ready for love. Ready for the next one? Being possessive. Now, this is a weird one, because a woman loves it when you're protective, right? You're protective of your relationship, you're protective of her, but no one likes it when you're possessive, because it looks desperate, clingy, rude. mean. It just depends on how you convey that. But from your side, it can feel really strange to be talking to multiple women. She's probably talking to multiple guys. You both have all this going on. And so how do you navigate that? And you might on your own decide, I'm only going to talk to one woman at once, because that's simpler and you can really devote your time and energy to her. You cannot expect the same in return for her. You are not boyfriend, girlfriend. You are not exclusive, okay? She's going to talk to other people, go out on other dates, and you want her to do that. So when you do ask her to be exclusive with you, she's sure that you're the one for her, that she wants to be just yours. You're going to be together, progress together. You want her to be certain, and I also want you to be certain. So let's say you decided to devote all your attention to her. She doesn't know that, so she's continuing to talk to other people. You meet someone new at your kid's baseball game. Talk to her. You are not in an exclusive relationship. Talk to her. If you want to, go out for coffee with her. You can go out with more than one person, but I want you to be sure that not only are you okay with that for you, but you are okay with that for her. You can pursue multiple people at once until you're sure that you really want one, okay? I don't want you to come across as desperate, creepy, possessive. You will lose her. Or if a woman sticks around for that, that's a major red flag and you don't want her anyway. Because a woman that's willing to put up with somebody that's possessive has no boundaries, does not have enough self-worth, which means she's not healthy, which means she's not good for you. It's really important to be a good communicator. So that means after you talk on the phone, you've set up your date. Say, I'm really looking forward to seeing you today, that morning. After your date, it was nice. Say, it was so good to see you today. I would love to ask you out for a second date. The next day, say good morning, and just keep up that nice little banter. And now you have a second date to look forward to. Chat on the phone every few days, right? When you're exclusive, these things change. But while you're just dating other people and you're getting to know each other, just keep in regular communication, not constant communication, right? Because you both have work, lives, jobs, families, responsibilities. But it is so romantic when she knows that you are thinking of her, paying attention to her, you are courting her, you're a gentleman, you're pursuing her. That keeps her in her feminine energy, right? She doesn't have to lead. She doesn't have to chase you. You are the pursuer. You are the leader. You are wearing your masculine energy, and you are not going to get friend zoned if you are doing those things. Alrighty. So online, I hear constantly from clients and my friends that, well, women get 100 messages for every one that we men get. Who cares? That is not true. But if it is, and it must be on Google somewhere because everyone consistently says it to me, what matters is how you set yourself apart. Okay, so you really see a woman that you really want to pursue online. What you want to do is send her a message, right? You want to like her or heart her or whatever it is on the app, and then send her a message and say, hi, I just love, this picture of you at the beach. Tell me about where you were at. I really like to, water ski too. Tell me more about your trip. She knows you read her profile, you're referencing a specific picture, you have a shared hobby. No one else is doing that. That sets you apart, that makes an instant connection, and if she has time to date, she will be writing you back. Now, another caveat I want to make sure that you guys know about is a lot of sites will keep a person who is inactive, keep their profile up. You are potentially messaging women that aren't even active on the site. They've terminated their subscription, paused their subscription. They're too busy. There's a lot going on. They're dating someone else right now. But the site, to make sure that they have a full house and they can present a lot of matches to you, have kept all these inactive people on the site. So don't take it personally if someone's not getting back to you that you really like. They might not even be on there. So shame on those sites. I'm so mad at them for doing that, but I know they're doing it because I'm still getting messages in my inbox about who likes me off an app that I've been off for 3 months. People are still messaging me and I've not been active in 3 months. It breaks my heart. It's just sad for all of us. I'm so sorry about that. That's just the way the cookie crumbles right now. That's the way the apps are set up. Again, don't take it personally. The women don't even know you've written them sometimes. And other times, it's again a location thing. Something else, like you have cats, they're allergic to cats. You live 3 hours away, but their parameters are an hour away. You work opposite shifts. There's so many reasons somebody might not be writing you back. So don't expect every woman to write you back. They're just not going to. If a woman gets 10 messages today, she's not going to write, everyone back that she's not interested in and say thank you anyway. People just don't have time for that, especially career-driven women that have busy family lives, or they're caring for an aging parent. They have other things going on, and they just don't have time. So don't feel bad about that either. And make sure you keep your profiles positive. I see a lot of profiles where I hate this, don't be this. If you're a Trump supporter, if you're a Biden supporter, just don't put anything negative in there. You want it all positive because you want people to think that you're positive energy, you're positive vibes out there, you're excited about dating, you love women, right? Because not all men do. I know that sounds funny, but some men that don't like women but want to date, which is odd. So make sure you put yourself in the right light. Something else you want to avoid is don't rush things. Okay, so you've gone out on Friday night, you really like them, and you want to ask them out on a second date. So you've gone home, you've texted them and said, oh, I really enjoyed myself today. Thank you so much for meeting me. I would love to take you out again on Sunday. Are you free? That's fine. Ask them out again on the same weekend if you want to. Because it's Friday, why not go out again on Sunday? If she doesn't have time, she'll just say, oh, I would love that. I'm so sorry. I have plans on Sunday. Or if you have plans for the next week, say, oh, I would love to take you out again this weekend, but I'm so sorry. I'm booked until next Saturday. Can we make plans for next Saturday? Make plans a whole week out if that's the soonest you can do it, or you're traveling for business, or you have other commitments. That's really attractive to want to make sure that you get on this woman's calendar that far in advance. It says a lot to her that you are planning, that you are that conscientious, and it means that much to you to schedule time with her. That's really attractive. So don't rush into things, right? Just make sure she doesn't feel pressured. Like asking her to be exclusive with you on the second date, that's too fast. Telling her you're falling in love with her after a week or 2 weeks, that's too fast. Okay, you don't want her to feel smothered. You want her to know that you're secure, confident, you know your worth. And we all know that that's not possible to fall in love with somebody in 2 weeks. So make sure you just take your time, take the steps, right? Ask her to be exclusive before you tell her you love her. That makes sense, right? If you're really crazy about her, tell her, gosh, I can't stop thinking about you. I'm crazy about you, and I would love to date you exclusively. But that's after a few dates, right? 4 or 5 dates. Because she wants to know you've actually taken enough time to get to know her, that you're certain, and that you're not just asking her to be exclusive because you want her off the market. You want her to feel like you want her to be exclusive because you're certain she is the one for you. Okay, make sure you don't ignore red flags. You've done this before. You've stayed in relationships too long with people where you saw the red flags. You saw this was wrong, this was wrong, this was wrong. And you put up with it because, okay, you're a good person. You want to give somebody grace. You want to make sure that you gave them the time, right? Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe it's a week off from work. Maybe it's just a bad time in her family, or there's a lot going on with her children, or she's just not herself, or she's not feeling well. You came up with all these excuses for these red flags, but they kept happening. So honor your instincts. Ask her about them. Talk it through with her. Reason through it. Bring them up. Say, are you okay? You don't seem like yourself today. Or this really confuses me. You said this, but did this. Tell me about that. Not confrontational, but once you let her know that you're noticing things, you're paying attention, that makes her feel special, that makes her feel seen, and lets her know that you, again, know your worth, know your value. And again, this is something we will focus on in the Dating to Connection VIP program, because I do not want you wasting months or years dating somebody that you knew month 1 wasn't good for you. but she's attractive. You had chemistry, but this, and you justified all these things. No, we're putting a stop to that. We're not doing that anymore. Follow your instincts. Talk it through with her, and then once you know words and actions aren't matching, that's the biggest red flag of all, right? You know when that's happening, it's time to end it. And so 8 things to avoid doing, 8 things to do before you've gotten into that relationship with somebody, and 8 things to avoid doing and to do once you found someone that you like. Now, I've mentioned a lot of the things that we're going to talk about in the Dating to Connection VIP program. You learned a lot in this MasterClass, but the things that are subconsciously separating you from love, keeping you from the woman that you really deserve, and keeping you from the women that you want to attract, those are the things that we can only get into in the Dating to Connection program. Okay, are you ready to have someone on your arm at the next party? Are you ready to build a life with someone? Are you ready to combine lives, hopes, dreams, families with someone? Let's get to it. So that's the lovely thing about it. I'm going to walk through it with you. We're going to go through all the steps about how to take away all the things that are separating you from the love life that you want. We're going to talk through more dating mistakes that are pushing people away. We're going to talk about your mindset. That's not some woo-woo thing. That's something you really have to adjust to. We're going to talk about your identity, who you want to be, creating the life that you actually want, that you can envelop love with a woman, welcome her into. And at the end, you're going to be transformed into a man that feels confident, centered, happy, and content while he waits to find the woman that he really wants to spend a lifetime with. That long-term commitment that you deserve and that you're craving. Once you get to that really content, settled view, you are seeing life now through happy glasses, content, confident, secure. That's when the woman that you want will walk into your life, find you, be attracted to you. You're going to be like a magnet for women that are positive and healthy, and you're going to have choices of how you want to proceed, how you want to create your life, the life that you want to build with someone. So this is going to be a whole transformation process that will not only build your love life, but elevate you at work, make you feel secure and happy in your friendships. You deserve to go to holiday parties with somebody, be in love, cuddle up with someone on a Saturday morning, and spend weekends together. Go on weekend getaways and walk into that next party with someone on your arm that you're proud of, that everyone goes, wow, that's the kind of relationship that I want. You can have that, and you deserve that. This one's from David. He says, I met someone already. I'm 1 month out of the program, and I've met someone really spectacular. I've chatted with a lot of amazing women, so I think I might date a couple of others, but this one might be the one. So how do you know if my Dating to Connection VIP program is really right for you? Well, let me tell you a little bit about it. So you know about the transformation. The program is going to be set up in a series of modules, so short videos so that you can listen for 10 minutes or 30 minutes at a time. It's going to be easy for you to go through and follow. We're going to go step by step. Feel like they're ready for love. They're ready for that long-term commitment, right? They had their breakup. They've done a lot of processing and healing, and they're now to the place where they're like, oh, I really want someone. Not I need someone. I really want someone to build and create and make a beautiful life with. Those are the people that we want in the program, because if you're still angry or you need someone or you're doing this out of sheer loneliness, you're not going to succeed in this program. You're just not quite there yet. Maybe in 3 months, maybe in 6 months, I'm going to want you to call me back, apply again. But that's what that application and that application call is for. You're going to get on the phone with us for 30 minutes, and we're going to talk about your goals and what you want and what you're excited about and what you're looking for. And we are going to take you through, if you are a good candidate for this program and you decide to come on board with us, we're going to give you a great price for this transformational program that you can go to at your own pace, right? I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to give you homework. And I know you might not want to do it, but you are going to have to do some processing and noodling. Like, I'm going to ask you, tell me about the woman that you really want. I know it's a really fun exercise, but I'm going to challenge you to, okay, you've made your list. Now, what do you want versus what do you need on that list? And for the first time, you might really sit down and think about, wow, what are my deal breakers? Right? They're different now at this point in your life. This is so fun and exciting. You are recreating the life that you want, that you deserve. And then once you go through this transformation, you're going to be able to bring a woman into that framework, into this foundation that you've established. She's going to be so excited to meet you, wildly attracted to you. She's going to feel safe, secure, be ready to come right into your life and join you, right? She's going to challenge you. She's going to have a wonderful life that you can walk into, somebody to share everything with, right? So I can't wait to meet with you and talk to you. So we're going to start out with some easy things, right? To help you get the mindset of what do I want in a partner? What are my deal breakers? What is my worth? What are my values? We're going to talk about dating mistakes. We're going to talk about online dating, in-person dating. We're going to talk about how to date consciously so that that subconscious stuff that's been in your way all these years and attracting the wrong women gets pushed out of the way. We're going to talk about how to adjust your mindset, how to adjust your vibe and your energy. We're going to talk about actual practices of how to date and how to connect with people. You know, we've talked about those 16 mistakes already in the MasterClass. That's a great foundation for what we're doing, but we're going to get bigger and deeper because what's really interfering with you getting the love that you want is the bigger, deeper things that people just don't know. And this is where my 20 years of research, my master's degrees in counseling and social work are going to really come forward and help you from a clinical research science-based point of view, get you to where you really need to be to attract a healthy relationship. Because if you start out healthy, when you get to those rough spots, like every couple does, you're going to disagree. You're going to have two ideas of how to move forward. You're going to be able to stay grounded. And I'm even going to give you some conflict resolution steps just as a bonus. Some of you have also asked me to include, okay, sex, passion, affection. What are the guidelines for that? And how to meet people in person. What does that look like? When can I approach a woman? What do I do if a woman approaches me? So many of those things, and building that confidence. When you have a confidence level up here, right, all those other things kind of fall into place. We're going to talk about the big, deep things that you are doing to sabotage yourself, and then all the small little things that are going to be really easy for you to fix. Each part of this process is going to transform you in a different way. We're going to work on what you want, what you need, what your value is, your identity, your confidence, all those really strong things that are going to bring that firm foundation, and then all the little things that you might be doing to sabotage your relationships or your dates too. So we're going to do all these transformational things to get you that healthy love. So you have this loving, respectful, affectionate, passionate relationship. This program, you can re-listen to it anytime you want. You have group coaching calls every single week. You have a Facebook community to be a part of, talk with other men, right? Ask questions. I'll be on the in the Facebook group with you, answering your questions. You can each support each other. You're going to have constant support. You get out of that relationship, right? You're still in the Facebook group. You're still welcome on the weekly coaching calls. You have lifetime access so that no matter what stage you're in, sometimes it happens on the first person you meet after this program, you're so transformed. But instead of dating for months and years, you are going to find your right person years sooner. It's going to save you months of time and money and effort and maybe thousands of dollars of not going out with the wrong people and not staying in relationships for too long. How much money and time did that cost you? Right? How many holidays? And if you have children, experiences and traumas, bringing them through relationships that weren't healthy. So you deserve this. Your children deserve this. Your future grandchildren deserve this. This is going to be a great experience for you. And again, all the support, weekly group coaching calls, lifetime access to those, lifetime access to the Facebook group with a community of men who are going through the same thing you are, cheering you on, supporting you, lifetime access to these materials, right? And I'm going to give you a great price so that you can start right away, get on the plan, get on the program, and meet your person even sooner to get the love that you really deserve. Let's share some good news, some testimonials that I've gotten this week from Jason. Thank you so much, Tamara, for your program. Not only do I feel happier, but I've been bold enough to go after a promotion at work, something I've wanted to do for a long time, and it's all because of this program. It's raised my confidence so much. This one's from Brian. Dating online is so much easier now. I'm able to look at the profiles, go through them so much more quickly, and decide who I might really want to date. Thank you so much for helping me decipher through the profiles, attract the right women, and go out on more successful dates. This is so exciting because what I hear from my clients is they are content and happy, bold, more confident after they finish the program because they believe in themselves. They realize their value, their self-worth, their gifts, their strengths, what they can offer a woman. And that blends into family relationships, friendships. They're making new friends and just being more bold. This one's from Chase. He said he's been out making more friends because he was finally bold enough, he's really shy, to go out and join the volunteer group that he's always wanted to join. There are women in the group too, so that's a hidden benefit. And he said he's having a really good time and would never have been bold enough to do this without being part of Dating to Connection. So this is a proven strategy. This program has a great track record of not just bringing you to love, but bringing you into yourself. So your life becomes the most amazing, terrific version that you've always wanted it to be. The beauty of this part of your life is you get to create the life that you want, recreate any part of your life that you want. Start over can be a really beautiful thing. Failure can be a really beautiful thing. And I think you're realizing that now, and that's why you're still listening to this program. So remember all the parts of your life that have turned out well. You've invested the time, right? Maybe it's your health, your career, college, training, advancement. It's because you've put time and money into that. Isn't your love life worth that time and money? What is more all-encompassing? What's more joyful than having the love that you want in your life that affects your everyday so much more than a job and a career, which you've already invested financially in? And of course, this program is going to save you months, if not years of time of wasted money, taking out the wrong women, and wasted time trying to find the wrong women through the wrong lens. Give this program a try. You are going to be transformed, and the benefits are not only going to lead you to love, but to the real, true you that you've always wanted to be. When your furnace goes down, unless you work in HVAC, you are picking up the phone and you are calling a professional because it's a health and safety hazard if you don't. So you've already tried dating on your own. You know what it feels like to be in a relationship that goes the wrong way. You know what it feels like to choose the wrong people, to choose the wrong women to date, to be on a date that's going nowhere and had no chance in the world of going anywhere. Or not going out at all because you can't find anyone that's worth your time to go out with. You'd call the HVAC repair tech. You'd call a plumber, unless you have that training, wouldn't you? Seek the help for yourself. There's nothing more than you deserve than love, respect, admiration, someone to snuggle up to, someone to go to the movies with, someone to go on all those adventures, do all those hobbies you enjoy. Build a beautiful life. Remember, if you could have done this on your own, you would have. You need a mentor. That is part of the process. For those of you that have really succeeded in business, you've either had a mentor at work, a mentor through church, a neighbor, a friend. When you were a kid, you had a coach. You had someone that was there for you, propelling you, teaching you, encouraging you. I can be that for you to get you where you want to be so much faster. This is the beauty in purchasing a program like this and working with me is I have the experience, the background, the education, the scientific research, brain research to deliver the results to you. My research time, background, and personal experience, because of course I've gone through all this too, right? Divorce, starting over, losing everything, just like you. And not 20 years ago, but recently. So I know what you're going through. I understand it, and we can champion this together. If you knew better, if you knew how to do this, you would have done it already. You need help, and I want to help get you there. You just need some tools. You are all set and ready to go. I just want to get you there sooner. Are you tired of reading books, watching YouTube videos, Googling it, trying to figure out what's wrong, or just sitting there going, oh, I don't know what to do. These women are crazy. These women are bananas. Only because you're attracting the wrong type of women. So let me help you attract the right type of women, get to love sooner, and get you the results and the beautiful, full life you deserve. You have so much to give. There is a woman out there waiting for you to show up. She just can't find you right now. She's looking for you. She is looking for you. So start looking for her. You're not looking for her right now because you're looking through the wrong lens and you're going about this just enough off the wrong direction that you can't find her. Leave me all the tools that I'm going to give you. And like James said, I never would have met my wife without Tamara's Dating to Connection program. Her VIP program brought us together. It took me getting online and being brave enough to redo my profile and pursue her to bring us together. Let's go for it. Let's make it happen. So if you want to learn more about Dating to Connection, all you have to do is hit the application button. You're going to fill out some questions and that'll take you right to a calendar. You're going to pick a time. You're going to get on a 30-minute call with me or one of my staff. And we're going to talk through if you're a good candidate for this program. Okay, are you ready to have someone on your arm at the next party? Are you ready to build a life with someone? Are you ready to combine lives, hopes, dreams, families with someone? Let's get to it. Hit the application button. Can't wait to talk to you. True-connection.net.